Cardin Children's Medical Center, providing comprehensive pediatric care for Arizona's families.
Mia is a very special girl. She has Diamond-Blackfan anemia. When she was 6 weeks old, we rushed her to the emergency room because she was really pale and lethargic. They told us that we think it's this Diamond-Blackfan anemia, and it was like, wow, okay, is this a lifelong thing? And it is. She'll have it for the rest of her life. So it's pretty hard, but with good nurses and doctors, we've managed it really easy, just having that support here.
I met Mia back in, I would say then, 2002. She was just an infant at that time. So, we cared for her and loved on her, and have watched her grow now for the last 9 years as she's dealt with her chronic illness.
Diamond-Blackfan anemia is where your bone marrow fails to produce any red cells at all. So she makes everything else, just not the red cells.
Kids with chronic illness are in the hospital, in and out all the time, and even at home, they've got to go through a lot of different things with medications and everything that they've got to deal with. Here in the hospital, they're here in and out of the hospital quite often. Some of them here once a week, some of them twice a week, some of them maybe on a once-a-month basis. But they have to deal with a lot of IV pokes and medications and a lot of different things that kids shouldn't have to deal with.
We would come so much to the doctors, which is here at the hospital, that she would see billboard signs kind of by the mall, and she would know we were on our way to get poked, and so she would cry. And she would cry as she walked in the door. She just didn't want to go to the doctor, but as a parent, you have to, you have to do it for your child's well-being. And so as she's gotten older, she's so great about it.
Well, it was, for my first time, it really hurt because it was my first time and I didn't know what was going on. And I was just like 1 or 2, or I don't know how old I was. It's just that it really hurt. That's all I can remember.
Mia's prognosis is, she'll have this forever. She could have had a bone marrow transplant to cure her if one of her sisters was a sibling match. And she has 4, and none of them are a match. So literally, she lives off of people donating their blood. And she comes in every 3 to 4 weeks to get that blood, and that's how she survives.
When kids like Mia come here in Peds outpatient for however long their treatment is, it might be 15 minutes that we see them for a quick medication, or it might be all day long like Mia is here typically for 6-8 hours. Trying to keep them busy is a task sometimes. We have child life specialists that come in and help provide some distraction entertainment.
They bring in iPads and iPods and computers and the Wii to play on and anything like that to distract them from what's going on, from those pokes that hurt and things like that, has really been helpful.
And Madison supports me, which is my younger sister. She plays with me and I get toys, and since all this happened, and we watch movies, and they all make us very comfortable, and it feels like I'm at home. I feel like you didn't do this. It feels different every time. I don't actually know, but my body actually tells me. Like, I feel kind of down and I kind of sore like this, and my head starts to hurt when I'm in school, so.
I think it makes them much more resilient. Sometimes that's hard as a nurse to see that because they grow up way too fast. But on the other hand, knowing that they understand their disease and understand what's going on with them, I think is very important.
It's so amazing because we would have to hold her down, my husband and I, and a nurse, to put her IVs in. And she's gone from that to being like, okay, I have to take out my own IV. And so she undoes the tape and everything and pulls it out. And so she's looking forward to in the future where she can actually put it in. herself. So we'll see how that goes.
Mia is very special to me, not only for a lot of reasons. Okay, Mia and I share a birthday. We have quite a bond between us, but I have been caring for her for a long time.
She is kind of my favorite nurse because because when I first saw her, she was like the first nurse that ever did my IV, and I love her, I thank her, I just like her. She's my favorite one.
Mia has taught me so much, again, about making those choices for themselves. When starting an IV, do you want it here today or do you want it here? Sometimes, we need to make the choice, but a lot of times if we do that one little choice, it makes such a huge difference in what they do and how they, deal with their disease and how we care for them. And I would not trade my job for the world. I come to work, even if I were given $1 million tomorrow, I'd be at work tomorrow because I love what I do. I love these kids, and especially these ones that we see on a regular basis.